describe a person who likes to cook for others? Okay, Emma is one of my closest friends from my college days. She has always had a passion for food and cooking, even as a student. I remember many late nights in our dorm when Emma would be experimenting with recipes she found online or saw on cooking shows. While the rest of us were eating ramen noodles or microwave meals, Emma was baking homemade bread and preparing intricate desserts. Now that Emma has a stable job, cooking has become her main hobby and creative outlet. She's always trying out dishes from various cuisines around the world, but bacon is her specialty. Emma makes the most amazing chocolate chip cookies, crispy on the outside and melty on the inside. She also whips up incredible donuts, pastries, shrimp cakes, roasts, and all kinds of other delicious foods. More than anything, Emma loves cooking for her family and friends. She hosts intimate dinner parties at least twice a month, spending the entire day shopping for ingredients, preparing multiple courses, pairing wines, and setting a beautiful table. Emma has such an eye for detail. Her dinner parties are always elegant and thoughtful. In addition to dinner parties, Emma is always dropping off homemade meals and baked treats for friends. She can intuit exactly what you'll enjoy based on your tastes. If someone is going through a difficult time, Emma will show up with a batch of their favorite cookies or a pot of their comfort food dish. For Emma, cooking is a creative act, a language of affection. When she sees someone take that first bite of her food, the look of delight on their face, it brings her so much happiness. That reaction is what drives Emma to keep learning, experimenting, and cooking from the heart. What do we need to prepare when we need to cook? Right, well, in my opinion, there are two key things we need to prepare when cooking. Firstly, we absolutely must prepare the ingredients. It's crucial to gather together all the components we'll need for the recipe and make sure we've got the correct amounts. For example, if the recipe calls for 2 cups of rice, we should measure that out precisely before starting to cook. Having the ingredients prepped ahead of time makes the actual cooking process so much easier. Secondly, we should prepare any equipment required. It can be really disruptive to be halfway through cooking something only to realize we don't have the right size pot or the proper baking tray. To avoid this kitchen nightmare, we should take the recipe's instructions into account and get out all necessary pans, baking sheets, knives, serving ware, etc. Having all these tools we require within easy reach helps the cooking go efficiently. Do you agree that food is an important part of Chinese festivals and ceremonies? Yes, I definitely agree that food plays a vital role in Chinese festivals and ceremonies. Firstly, food is deeply tied to traditions in Chinese culture. Each festival has certain symbolic dishes and ingredients that are prepared and eaten on those occasions year after year. For example, during Chinese New Year, families make dumplings together, representing togetherness. The food passed down honors customs. Secondly, sharing festive food fosters community and connection. When people gather to celebrate a festival or ceremony, communal meals bring them together. Neighbors gift mooncakes during the Mid-Autumn Festival, strengthening social bonds. Traditional foods and communal eating allow Chinese people to celebrate their shared heritage and values. The meals connect them to past generations while also building community. Which dishes are a must at Chinese festivals? In my opinion, there are a couple dishes that are absolute must-haves during Chinese festivals. To start, dumplings are essential, especially for Chinese New Year. Preparing and eating dumplings is a tradition representing family unity. The crescent shape symbolizes cash and good fortune for the coming year. Having platters of freshly made dumplings like pork and chive is vital for New Year's celebrations. For Mid-Autumn Festival, mooncakes are a must. These ornate pastries are stuffed with sweet fillings like lotus seed paste or red bean. Sharing and gifting elaborate mooncakes among friends, family, and work colleagues is a way to nurture relationships under the full harvest moon. No Mid-Autumn Festival would be complete without exchanging these iconic pastries. Finally, tangyuan are a must at the Lantern Festival, which ends the New Year period. These sticky rice balls with sweet fillings represent family togetherness, much like dumplings do earlier in the festivities. Sipping the warm, sweet soup containing the tangyuan is a delicious way to conclude the major festival season. Should students learn to cook at school? In my opinion, yes, students should learn basic cooking skills in school, and there are two key reasons why I feel this way. Firstly, cooking is an essential life skill that everyone needs, so it makes sense to start developing it during the school years. Learning simple dishes, food safety, and nutrition in classes gives students a foundation to build on into adulthood. They'll reap the benefits of this knowledge their whole lives. Secondly, being able to cook promotes independence and responsibility. Students cooking their own meals learn self-reliance and may be motivated to make healthier food choices. Simple skills like following recipes, using kitchen tools safely, and planning balanced meals will boost their confidence in looking after themselves. In summary, cooking checks all the boxes as an invaluable skill for students to acquire in school alongside math, science, and languages. The hands-on learning of recipes and techniques can launch a lifetime of healthy home cooking and family bonding.
Okay, the person I want to talk about is my friend Sasha. She's an excellent cook and has always had a passion for preparing delicious meals for others. She's a very kind-hearted and caring person who loves to share her culinary skills with others. And she's also willing to lend a hand in the kitchen and create something special for her friends and family. Her love for cooking started when she was young, watching her mom prepare meals for the family. As she grew older, she began experimenting with different recipes and techniques, and soon discovered that cooking is not only a way to satisfy her hunger, but also a way to express herself creatively. When it comes to what Sasha likes to cook, well, she enjoys preparing a wide range of dishes, from classic comfort food like lasagna or German sausage, to more exotic dishes like turkey curry or Vietnamese spring rolls. She's also fond of baking and making delicious cakes, cookies, and bread. What sets Sasha apart from other cooks is her attention to detail and her willingness to try new things. She's always on an outlook for new recipes or ingredients to add to her cuisine. As for who Sasha cooks for, she has a big heart and loves to share her culinary creations with anyone who wants to enjoy them. She often invites her friends over for dinner parties, where everyone contributes a dish to share. Finally, Sasha enjoys cooking because it gives her a sense of purpose and fulfillment. For her, cooking is not just about feeding people, it's about creating something beautiful and meaningful from simple ingredients. She believes that cooking has the power to bring people together and foster connection between individuals. When she sees the smiles on people's faces after tasting her dishes, she knows that she has accomplished something special. Moreover, cooking allows her to express her creativity and experiment with different flavors and techniques. It is a form of self-expression that brings her joy and satisfaction.
I'd like to talk about a very famous Chinese internet influencer called Li Ziqi. I know you might have heard of her name from other candidates, but she is the only person I can think of for now. I got to know her like many years ago when I was scrolling on my phone. A video of her caught my attention. In this video, she was like a fairy living in this picturesque countryside, living a simple but poetic life. I was captivated immediately by the sense of tranquility her contents bring. For a person living in a big city like me, it's like a fantasy. Her soothing and dreamlike videos are a good stress reliever. As for what she likes to cook, all kinds of delicious, traditional, and authentic dishes. I think she really showed us the charm of the Chinese food. After her videos were posted on YouTube, many foreigners were amazed because they used to think that lemon chicken, fried rice, are the classic Chinese food. But after watching her videos, they realized that Chinese food are way more than that. In her videos, she also cooks according to different seasons, like she would pick up different seasonal ingredients from her own garden and cook with this wood-fired wok. She likes to follow the Chinese traditional 24 solar terms to cook, which sets her apart from other chefs online. Apart from that, in her videos, you can see how she cooked some sauces from scratch. For example, she made the soybean sauce and tofu from scratch. And as for who she cooks for, I think for herself and her grandma, and cooks for all the people who like watching her videos. She is really good at telling stories, and her videos are visually appealing, and watching her videos is definitely soothing. It can help you to get rid of the stress and make you temporarily forget all the worries. Speaking of why she enjoys cooking, I can see from her videos that she enjoys the process of cooking and she is passionate to learn how to cook. For example, in order to make a bowl of traditional ramen, she went to another city and learned the skill from a very experienced cook for 2 months, just in order to make this simple bowl of noodles for us. I think her passion for life and food and her dedication to authenticity appeal to many fans.
Are there any differences between cooking in the past and cooking nowadays? I would definitely say yes. One of the biggest difference that I could think of is our priorities. Back in the days, people tend to prioritize the amount of food. Their main focus was to feed the whole family. But nowadays, we tend to prioritize the flavor of the food or the nutritious content of the food. Another big difference that I could think of is the tools that we use while cooking. Back in the days, they only had very simple and basic cooking utensils, but nowadays we have a lot of, very specialized and electronic cooking tools to assist our cooking. So that is definitely different, and also because of that, it is a lot easier for us to cook nowadays. So yeah. Why do some people enjoy cooking a lot? I guess one reason could be that they actually enjoy the process of cooking. They enjoy looking up different recipes. They love picking out fresh ingredients, and they love experimenting with different ways of cooking and interacting with different cooking utensils or whatnot. It's really like a science experiment for these people. Other than that, I guess people could also enjoy the final product of cooking. Some people might think that the food they cook is more delicious or more nutritious in some ways, or they might just feel a great sense of achievement after they cook. For whatever reason, I guess cooking is a very common hobby, and I'm sure there are a lot more reasons to it, but these are the ones that I could think of.